Uh, 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 uh. You see him? Did you recognize somebody different, or somebody that we haven't seen in a long time? Hold on. Let's play that back. Hold on. Who? You know, I almost can remember the name. I almost something with like a with a man at the end of it, a free man or something like. Oh, Keith Freeman. That's crazy. The village administrator that got replaced. Replaced. Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Freeman is in the building. We have a lot of characters, a lot of shenanigans, a lot of things that happened last night. Now, I live streamed it and I thought this shit was finna be boring. Even people in my comments, shout out with Cooking with Frank. He was like, yeah, this shit finna be boring. Everybody came to my shit, yeah, it's finna be boring. I was telling the comments, yeah, it's finna be boring. It was anything but boring, folks. We have someone who crashed the party, and I think we can all guess by the thumbnail. I think we can all guess who crashed the party, but we're gonna go ahead and dive into it. We're gonna dive deep because they're starting to pass things that Henyard does not like. And today she came through with a sudden veto. It was almost like an interception. Yep, veto. It doesn't work that way. But anyway, we're gonna move forward. We're gonna break this meeting down real quick, and it's some funny shit that happened. Stay tuned.
For the first time, I get to say it, so I want to commiserate this moment. We have our village administrator here that can assist with that, so you can feel free to go share with him, and he can get it resolved at this moment.
Now, keep in mind, as this is going, Henyard is over here punching the air. She's over. I know she has an eye on this meeting because she tries to go to the city village, the other building that they always do the meetings in, and she tries to hold her own meeting, which she quickly cancels because nobody but Stan Brown and trustee Andrew Holmes shows up. It's hilarious. Let me show you a quick snippet from Jedediah's stream because somebody had a camera in there and this shit just looked pathetic, bro. I mean, she really tried it though. She had her little attorney, her new female attorney that she hired. Hold on, it's a little blurry, but bear with me.
In a stunning display of defiance, Dalton, Illinois, Mayor Tiffany Henyard made a dramatic entrance at the latest Trustees Board meeting, where she announced an unprecedented move that has left the town's political landscape reeling. She would be setting a veto on all bills passed by the board. This bold action is just the latest chapter in a saga of controversy and escalating tensions that have surrounded Henyard's tenure as mayor. Her decision to override the legislative body's will in such an authoritarian manner is shaking the town to its core, leaving residents and political observers questioning her motivations and the future of Dalton's government. The Dalton Trustees Board meetings have always been a place of debate and occasionally heated discussion, but Henyard's latest intervention took things to.
So basically she's saying that, nobody came, the department heads will give their report, and thank you for coming out. What a failure, bro. She came out there really trying to make her own little government. This is what you call like a patched up, stitched up government from anywhere she could pull it from. From the time you're getting people like Michael Smith, you're hiring another chief of police that has a colorful history as well. Like everything that Henyard does is just the most tacky version of government. She's literally trying to form a new form of government separately, but she couldn't hold it in. She had to come over. So while this is happening, she's shutting this meeting down and she's getting in that BMW, baby. Leotis, drive me. Shut the fuck up, Leotis. Let's go. I bought you the BMW, you're driving me there. So meanwhile, Henyard is raging her way over here. They have a few things to say about her specifically.
Want to also kind of chime in on the goal of what's important for the Board of Trustees is we know that the meetings that are run or operated with the Board of Trustees, and we of course have always welcomed the mayor to be present, but we notice the difference when there's the Board of Trustees meeting and when the mayor's meeting is here. It's very important for us to demonstrate that we can operate our community with decency, order, dignity, and make things happen. So if you'll see at our last meeting, there was between 10 to 15 items. This meeting, again, 10 to 15 items. We will be talking about, these are items that are critical to us rebuilding our community, because we know the hole that we've been dug into. And our board is really just focused on trying to demonstrate and show not only to the community, but to also the vendors that are out there that are owed money, to the insurance companies that have deemed us a high risk, to the bond agencies that we owe money to, that we will make things happen that will bring this community forward and we can be trusted.
Damn, it almost feels like he's the mayor, huh? Did you hear any like subject verb disagreement, like past tense, present tense mess ups, like most of us are or is doing the best we can to get this done? Did you hear any of those? Did you hear any are or is's added in there? It's almost like the man is built for politics. It's almost like the man isn't a fucking moron. It's almost like the man can say a whole statement, a whole little paragraph, without making fucking mistakes like Henyard does. Listen, it's so tacky and so sad and so ghetto to have a mayor like Henyard. And you hear somebody like him just speaking normally, and you're like, damn, that is a smart young man right there. Ooh, educated man. Okay. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And he's just talking regular. It is a stark contrast between Henyard and anybody else on these seats up here. But anyways, let's move forward. They go through this meeting mainly, and they talk about a bunch of things that they want to cut out to save the city, right? A bunch of things like the vehicles. Henyard has auto pay on a whole bunch of new vehicles that they're leasing for the city. They want to cut that out. There's a bunch of things, but the main one I wanted to point out, I feel like is the biggest thing, and I feel like that's the main thing that Henyard really stepped on the gas for to get to this meeting, was her beloved community center / police station. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard this right. She's been pushing this for over 2 years, and I honestly think that it's just a good campaign run. Like, I'll do this if you vote for me. But anyway, she wants to convert this abandoned place, or this non-used place, into a police station / community center, so the community could go and swim and play, and the police station will be on the other side. Ridiculous. So clearly they're voting to cancel that. Let's see how that goes.
A whole new level. According to witnesses, the meeting was already tense as trustees prepared to vote on a series of bills that were crucial to Dalton's financial stability. These included budget reallocations, approval of public contracts, and measures aimed at addressing some of the financial shortfalls that have plagued the village in recent years. However, just as the board was about to start discussing the first bill on the agenda, Henyard made her dramatic entrance. According to reports, she arrived at the meeting flanked by several of her supporters and, in a move that stunned both the trustees and those in attendance, announced that she was exercising her veto power over all bills the board had passed. She made it clear that she would not allow any legislation to pass without.
Okay, next is item E, discussion and approval to proceed with commercial appraisal for sale of Melanie Fitness. That's Trustee Belcher.
Yes, so I brought this up at a previous meeting, and it goes back to finances. As everyone can see, we are strictly trying to save our community. And people laughed when I said we'll sell everything right now, but it is a point that we have to be able to use what we have, whether it be collateral or anything, to save you guys. So we're not saving us, we're saving the community, because we don't want to impose additional taxes or something for the negligence of what has happened over the last 3.5 years. Myself and Trustee Norwood spoke to a commercial appraiser. He sent over some information. A commercial appraiser to appraise Melanie Fitness Center is $3,700. I think right now, and this is something that as a board, I guess we just have to look into, us getting an appraisal to see, can we sell that property and how much it's actually worth. Right now, it's utilized for every party that anybody can have every other month. But at the same time, we still have to pay utilities on it. We have to keep gas on because we don't want the pipes to buzz. We have to keep alarm systems. So it's steady costing us money monthly. and it's not being a benefit. So my request tonight is to approve the $3,700 for the commercial appraiser, so we can at least get an appraisal so we can move forward to see how much it's worth for a possible sale.
I'm gonna second that, just so we have it formally on the record, and then I'll yield for any further discussion.
I guess I would say this has been a long time coming. We had talked about this maybe 2 years ago as to selling property that's idle. A lot of the residents say, well, hey, let's open it back up as a fitness center. Well, we closed it down because we could not afford to keep it open. It cost us more to keep it open than what we were actually bringing in. And then she puts up there a sign 2 years ago, which I say was a way to campaign to make it a police department. Again, we had no funds to even make it a police department. You paid what, $50,000 for a sign. Wasted? You want to talk about wasted funds?
Her approval, effectively nullifying the work of the elected trustees. This is my town, Henyard reportedly said as she took the microphone, and I will not let these bills pass without my say. The people elected me to make decisions, and I will make them, whether you like it or not. The mayor's comments were met with audible gasps from the audience, with some residents even muttering in disbelief at what they had just heard. Henyard's decision to veto all legislation passed by the trustees is unprecedented in Dalton's political history. The mayor's claim of an absolute veto over the board's decisions has sparked outrage and concern among residents, local business owners, and even some of her supporters. Critics are accusing Henyard of overstepping her bounds and undermining the democratic process that allows for checks and balances between the executive and legislative branches of local government. To be clear, while mayors in some cities or
Imagine spending $50,000 for a damn sign. For a sign to put in front of a property that's not being used, and then you throw all your Christmas parties, your Thanksgiving parties, your 4th of July parties. You just do all that shit. Listen, Tiffany wants her city to become her own club, so she could go from here. She could go from the club to her own private event. Then she could go from her private event to Just Ice. Then she could go from her Just Ice to bingo. Support the people she needs real quick, and then just move on. She wants to run this shit like she's a kingpin. She really wishes she was like that, but she's not like that. You want to be like that, you gotta be smart enough to let these things just accumulate around you. Tiffany, she just bashes it in. No, we're gonna make this into a police station. We're gonna make it into a community center and a police station. We're gonna do this. And this is why she has so much of a problem.
over Henyard's unilateral decision, with several of them speaking out after the meeting. Trustee John Marks, who has long been a vocal critic of the mayor, called the veto a direct assault on the democratic process. He argued that the trustees were elected to represent the interests of the people, and Henyard's actions undermined the trust placed in them by the voters. We're here to serve the people of Dalton, Marks said in a statement following the meeting. This is not about personal politics or power grabs. This is about doing what's best for our community. The mayor's actions are not only undemocratic but dangerous for the future of Dalton. This clash between Henyard and the trustees is not a new development but rather the latest in a series of escalating confrontations that have been brewing since she first took office in 2021. Since her election, Henyard's leadership has been marked by a series of controversial decisions, including reckless spending, allegations of financial mismanagement, and a lack of transparency in how village funds are.
Imagine a police station with a pool. I was saying that in my live stream. Imagine, all the convicts that come, this is the Dalton police station, so you get to have a free swim before you go to jail. Or maybe when we release you, you get to take a quick little swim with the residents real fast. Imagine you take your kids over there and, you're sipping on the mimosa and shit. Then you see the crackhead that got arrested down the street, spitting and peeing all over officers and doing all the wild shit. Like, what type of environment is that? Nobody would go there. And then say you're, an ex-convict, right? And say you want to go to the community center with your kids. You live in Dalton. You think you're going to the community center with the police station attached to it? Come on, bro. This is completely ridiculous. And that's the definition of Henyard, is ridiculous. Because when she comes up with ideas, it's almost blatantly bullshit. It doesn't even make any sense. Oh yeah, we're just going to hybrid the thing together so that the community can swim in the police. It doesn't make sense. She's never going to do anything with it, and she's always going to use it for parties as long as she's in power. That's the reality. And that's why she doesn't want it sold. But anyways, let's move on to the finale, the grand finale. Tiff crashes the party. Let's see it.
Appointments and temporary appointments within the village of Dalton.
The fucking flamingo, bro. She looks like a linebacker. I swear to God, a flamingo linebacker. Them shoulder pads should probably knock out Kiana Belcher if she leans her elbow in too far. She is the most ridiculous. I can't with this lady. Even her style is just ugh. What are you wearing?
As the ordinance reads,
look at her lawyer right there. This is so. I would be shamed. It would be so shameful for me to walk into this building next to this lady.
Mayor can appoint a person to an open position and then needs the advice consent of the village board. If that is not received, then a new nominee would have to be presented to the board. The person that was initially presented would hold the position as an interim position, but for no longer than 14 days.
Motion and second.
Yeah.
Okay, trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Oh, excuse me 1 second before I do that. I do need to mark that the mayor has arrived at 7:30. Okay. Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown?
Aye.
Trustee House?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right,
Mayor, on item L.
can I get in the agenda?
I just want to say, she knows she's about to stir up some bullshit because of that smirk on her face. There's a little smirk on her face like this is bullshit. You could tell she's about to be, you could tell she's on some bullshit. Look at that smirk on her face. Like they're all beneath
How
her.
y'all doing? I didn't think I was coming today, huh? Okay, you on L. I came just in time. All right. Now I get my statements afterwards. Is there a motion to approve settlement for Marcus Redwood versus Village of Dalton, number 2024, MI 300-270, Attorney McGrath? What you got?
I'll motion.
Second.
Is there a motion and second? Any discussion? Call her up.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown?
Aye.
Trustee House?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, next, the part of why I am here in this building. It is the mayor's report. So I came just in time. Unfortunately, and I want y'all to record this. Make sure y'all get it in the back, please. I want to make sure this is for the record, and please write it word for word. I am mayor of the Village of Dalton. I have told you guys several times. Hold on. Respect, guys. Respect. Let me make my statement.
Municipalities have veto power over specific legislation. Dalton operates under a more traditional system of local governance. Under normal circumstances, the mayor's veto power is limited to specific types of legislation such as budget approvals or key policy measures, but not all bills passed by the board. By proclaiming a blanket veto on all board decisions, Henyard is taking an extreme measure that has not been seen in the town before. Many political observers see this move as a desperate and authoritarian power grab, signaling that Henyard is not willing to share control of the village's government with the Board of Trustees. Her veto power, though not explicitly stated in the town's charter, seems to be an attempt to consolidate authority in the mayor's office and bypass the usual processes of collaboration and compromise between the mayor and the trustees. The political ramifications of this move are far-reaching. The trustees have expressed frustration.
She wants to cry. This lady wants to cry. Look at her face. I mean, this is her begging, folks. Again, I said this in the live stream. Tiffany has now come to begging / intimidating. She's gonna beg you and then try to intimidate you, but there's no backing behind her, bro. There's no backing. The judge is looking at her at this point. You can't do anything. That's a judge. Is the mayor higher than the judge? I don't know. You tell me. She wants to cry. Look at her face when she says this shit.
For the record, and please write it word for word. I am the mayor of the village of Dalton. I have told you guys several times. Hold on. Respect, guys. Respect. Let me make my statement, and I'm gonna leave y'all illegal meeting. Let me make my statement. So, matter of fact, let me stand and make it. I am the mayor of the village of Dalton. I am the first female mayor of Dalton.
It's so sad, bro. It's sad. You know, this is somebody losing power, and she's watching it happen right in front of her very eyes, and she can't do a damn thing about it. All she could do is dress up, look like a damn fucking linebacker flamingo. Look at them shoulders. Damn. Broader than mine. Broader shoulders than mine. Anyway, all she could do is dress up like a damn fool and say that I'm the first black mayor of Dalton. I'm your supervisor, Tiffany Henyard. Bitch, get the fuck out of here, bro. I can't. It's so hilarious. And all she's going to say is veto, veto, veto. This is illegal, and leave. If that's all you wanted to know, there you go. There you have it. That's all she's going to say.
People do make-believe here at the door. At the end of the day, I am the elected mayor. He's playing make-believe. But as you can see, once a real mayor, a real boss walks in the building, you have to move out the way. At the end of the day, I got elected for the position. Matter of fact,
Once a real boss comes in, you gotta move out the way. Ma'am, he's not the mayor. He's acting as mayor because you didn't show up. That's what he's supposed to do. That's it. Why do you think he got up? Again, but this doesn't rile House up. House is over there laughing, bro. Look at bro's face. His heartbeat is like this. There's no stress on his heart. His heartbeat is so regular right now. Chilling, relaxing.
See if it's loud enough for you. Matter of fact, I got elected to the position. So, with that being said, I am here to do several things. One, I'm here to make my appointments. So I'm asking the Board of Trustees, do you consent to my appointments? One is village attorney, the other is special counsel, and the other is police chief. Board of Trustees, do you consent to my appointments?
It's not on the agenda.
It is on the agenda.
So she's begging them to have a new village a new everything, right? She wants to replace everybody. Again, the village chief, all that bullshit. And it's an illegal meeting, though. So you're over here asking for their consent when the whole meeting is illegal? Why did you even show up to the illegal meeting? Go home, go smoke a cigarette with your boyfriend, hit about 2 of them bitches, you know what I'm saying? And then go to a lawyer in the morning. I mean, go to a judge in the morning. Get it canceled. It's an illegal meeting. Why the fuck would you need their consent at an illegal meeting? If you got their consent, it's illegal, though. So that means you would still have to do it at a legal one, right? Contradicting, a walking contradiction this woman is.
So do you consent? Do you consent? You out of order, lady. You out of order. Do you consent? Board of Trustees. Nobody consent? Nobody consent? Okay, so y'all do know it's in my right as the mayor to have my appointments, right? So I just want to make sure that this was crystal clear, that you guys understand that I am the mayor and I get to appoint my appointments. The next thing is my vetoes. So I got several vetoes here that the board did as it relates to being illegal.
Order.
As it relates to being illegal.
President,
So
ask for order.
Now, I do want to say one thing. You notice how everybody shut up when he said, I want to ask for order? And then she even looked at him kind of jealous. I noticed this in the meeting last night, and I didn't point it out. But she looks at him. He says, order, order. And then he says, residents, I want to ask you for order. Everybody shuts up. You know what that means? They respect him. They don't respect you, Tiffany. She looked at him like, how dare you have control over this room? Look at that. That's envy right there. They respect him, Tiffany. They don't respect you.
as it relates to being
President,
so
ask for order. Ask for order.
Quiet.
Okay. Yeah, check your people. Thank you.
Okay. Check your people. No, that hurts you to your fucking soul. Okay, check your people. Check your people. No, that hurts you. That's why you looked at him.
As it relates to being illegal.
President,
So I want
ask
you
for
to know
order.
that
Ask for order.
Okay, yeah, check your people, thank you. I just want you to know that my vetoes will stand, and I get to veto anything that the Board of Trustees does, and the Board of Trustees did a lot of illegal things. Another thing I want you to understand about the Board of Trustees, they are all corrupt. Every last one of them up here are corrupt. So once I prove it, you will understand what it is I've been fighting for, what it is I've been trying to tell the residents of Dalton, because y'all got one-sided narratives and y'all don't have the facts. So once you lay the facts there, you will understand what it is I've been fighting for this entire time. I'm only here for those reasons. My appointment, just to be clear, since y'all was making all that noise, just to be crystal clear, I am here to appoint my police chief, my village attorney, and also my special counsel.
Even if you,
I'm here for all those things. Just so we
even if you hear her voice, she's out of breath. I'm here to appoint my police chief and my village attorney. She's trembling, guys. Play this shit back when you have your own time. Play this shit back. She's over here scrambling and scraping, like Diddy said, scrambling and scraping for shit. That's what she's really out here doing, trying her very hardest, scrambling and scraping for shit. And I like that, mommy. I like seeing you do that because it's hilarious.
crystal clear. Okay, guys. Okay. Y'all can have this illegal meeting once I get done making my appointments. It's a shame that we just had a scheduled meeting at Village Hall and nobody showed up. So to show y'all keep up chaos. Because our meeting was scheduled. Several residents showed up, but y'all weren't there because y'all come to the show. But this ain't nothing but a show. So I just want to come here and lay the law down as it relates to what's going on.
And you know, it's kind of funny that every streamer, every YouTuber, everybody who was covering it was saying the same thing. This is kind of boring. This was anything but a show until who showed up? Tiffany fucking Henyard. Tiffany F. Henyard. Yep. Until Tiffany F. Henyard showed up, then it became a fucking circus. You're the circus, bro. You're the come into town circus. Wherever you come, it's a circus. You're the clown show. Come on, be real with me. Be real with yourself. You came to the show, bro. That shit was boring. Thank you for coming. Now we have something to talk about.
In our village and where we are and where we're going. So I just want to be crystal clear about that, but this is an illegal meeting. I want to put my information on the record for a mayor's report. And I have a ton of things that we will be doing for the residents. You guys are welcome to come. I appreciate you coming. I will be giving away free food. I will be giving away free pumpkins and all kinds of other things in the community if you want to partake in it. And I know some of y'all that's talking, y'all be in the lines too. So I thank you for actually showing me love. And please put some respect to my name. Thank y'all. Right.
Get out the fucking way, lady. You can't make this shit up, bro. But if you notice, she was talking very... She's over here. She's stressing, panicking, stressing, doing anything she could do. All she could say is, I'm the mayor, I can make appointments. 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 You know, it's really sad, bro. This is what's happening. She doesn't understand politics. She should have never became anything to do with politics. And now we know. But until the next one, folks, there's going to be another meeting very soon. So stay tuned, stay up to date. And I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming through. I think we're at the season finale, man. Something's gonna happen. Something violent's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna go to jail. A judge is gonna, put her in jail for trying to make another appointment. Maybe something bad is gonna happen real soon. But anyways, stay inside, stay safe. For all my people out there in Florida, stay extra safe, man. Stay safe out there. Stay dry. I love you guys. I'm out of here.
Allocated. Many of the trustees have expressed growing concern over the mayor's refusal to work collaboratively with them, particularly when it comes to budget decisions and the allocation of public resources. In a village already struggling with financial difficulties, the trustees have found themselves at odds with Henyard over how to address the town's deficit, which currently stands at millions of dollars. Henyard's approach to the budget has been criticized for its lack of foresight and apparent disregard for the long-term needs of the town. For example, the mayor has faced accusations of using village credit cards for personal purchases, including high-end shopping sprees and luxury travel. While Henyard has denied any wrongdoing, the trustees have been forced to step in to demand more oversight of the village's finances. As a result, the board has been working on measures to curb the mayor's spending habits and ensure that taxpayer money is being used appropriately. However, Henyard has consistently pushed back against any attempts to hold her accountable. In previous meetings,